Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Nuwave Duet Pressure Air Fryer Grill. There's not too many pressure cookers left on the market that also air fry, so this could be pretty interesting to see. So you ready? Let's get into this. Okay, this just comes in a big boring cardboard box, so this is going to be real easy and quick to unpack. Let's see what we got. That's interesting. This comes with a 1-year warranty, but if you take a few minutes to register this, they give you a 5-year warranty instead. That's pretty freaking amazing, actually. If you get one of these, be sure to do that. Looks like a crisping plate, possibly to air fry on. Cast iron. Okay. This thing's big. Much bigger than I thought it was going to be.
That's what she said.
Is that a bad thing? No, not really. Looks like we got a lid. And this would be the slow cooker lid. All glass. Looks like a stainless steel wrap around here. Plastic handle on the top. Kind of creaky sounding. Don't want to be bending that thing too much. And it's got a little air vent on it as well. Here's all the literature for it. Okay, right here, we've got the meat probe. That's nice. A lot of these machines don't come with those. Okay, right here we got the quick start guide. Lists all the parts, how to use some of the features really quickly, and wow, this is pretty cool. Big cooking guide broken down into different types of meats and color coded to make it easier for you to read. And we got a pressure cooking guide over here as well. Air fry presets, combo cooking presets. This is pretty cool. I like this. And this entire thing is laminated just so, you know, if you get it wet, you won't destroy it immediately. Nice. Just in case you were planning on doing it, don't put this thing in the oven. Don't put it on a hot burner, you know, all that normal stuff. The sad part is these are included in here because people are doing that exact thing. Little warning about the hot plastic smell that you get when these things are brand new, saying that that is normal. Alright, got your owner's manual. This has all your safety information, more detailed information about how to use the machine, cleaning and maintenance, troubleshooting guide, and this is in English and Spanish. And the last thing we have in here looks like a little recipe book, and there's 60 of them in here with full color stuff. Chinese barbecue pork chops with ginger coconut sweet potatoes, huh? Pretty interesting stuff in here, actually. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, running out of pieces. What's this? All right, that is the air fry lid, and this thing is huge. Like a lot of other air fryer things. That could be a little difficult to clean, but at least you got some screws on here that you can remove to clean up in there in case you need to. So that already gives a little bit of an edge on the ninja stuff, that's for sure. I guess these are presets for the air fryer? Interesting. Okay, it looks like the last part is the main unit itself. Let's get this out of here. Okay. This thing's got another lid on it too. So this machine comes with 3 lids, huh? My Ninja air fryer actually has 2 lids. It just uses the pressure cook lid to do stuff like slow cooking. Maybe this is a better idea. I don't know, we'll see. Power cord's a little short. It's 2.5 feet, but I mean, really wish these companies would put longer cords in. If I got too much cord, man, I can deal with it, but if there's not enough, then you can't use your stuff. Okay, it's the pressure cooker lid. You know, I'm liking the design on this Nuwave stuff. This is the second thing I've ever ordered from Nuwave, and both times the quality has been pretty nice. This will pop up when you got pressure. This is how you open and close the vent. Not quite as floppy as ones I've seen in the past. On the back, looks like we got a drip tray back here. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. Okay, what the heck is this thing? This right here is a lid holder. Not sure how you're supposed to orient this, but sure we'll figure that out eventually. Right here is the steam basket. It's got a little pull-out handle here, little feet on the bottom. This is stainless steel. It's pretty thin, but it is stainless. So that's nice. It's always nice to get stainless things instead of plastic things. The last couple of things I unboxed that had steamers on them were done in plastic, and I always kind of thought at the price of some of this stuff is, you really should be getting metal. Looks like maybe a little grilling tray or something like that. Not sure what kind of metal it is, but this feels like it's stainless also. And we got our main cooking pot here. This is one of the things I was happiest about. This is a full stainless steel cooking pot. Oh, I like the bottom. Got a nice little hypnotic pattern on the bottom of it. Nice shiny stainless steel. You got all your measurements stamped into the back of the pot. Really, this is what cooking pots should be made out of. Yeah, I realize it's not non-stick or anything, but this is just better stuff to be cooking in. You're not going to worry about a non-stick coating flaking off or anything like that. And this is probably going to last you forever if you take care of it. So that is pretty cool. Okay, so the way this thing works is everything stacks in here. All right, so if we were using this air fry tray, we would take this shelf, and instead of putting it in this way, we'd flip it over that way. And you can see it's got these 4 notches here. Those notches align with the little cutouts on this thing. So this just slides right on over that, and that'll sit there pretty sturdy. And if you were gonna air fry, you would just take the air fry lid. At this point, you would slap that right on there like that, and then you turn the machine on and run your cycles. It's nice it has these 2 little ledges in here that also double as handles. Now, if we were gonna steam, this has got the feet on it, so if you're gonna steam stuff, you could just go in your steam basket. That would go down there. Probably if you're steaming, you're most likely using the slow cooker lid, unless you were gonna pressure cook those vegetables, in which case you'd use the pressure cooker lid. And that just goes on at an angle like that, and then you just snap it on this way. Pretty straightforward machine, but it does have an awful lot of stuff here. So not only do you got to find room for this thing, but whatever won't stack on the inside of the machine for storage, you're going to have to find more shelf space for, namely this big ass thing right here. Okay, let's take a quick look at the front of this machine. You got the little hole here for the probe. This just plugs in just like that, and you can hear it beep when it's in there to verify that you did stick that thing in. You've got all your controls right here, and you have a dial up here in the front. Pushing the dial is the start button, and it's also the pause button as well. On the front of the machine, we got pressure cooking, combo cooking, which is a combination of pressure, air fry, slow cook, grill, whatever. There's air fryer, sear and saute, slow cooking, and grilling. Down underneath, we've got a menu, which is probably for presets. We've got our probe button, which we don't have connected anymore. Time and temperature, preheating, different stages, meaning you can take different types of cooking and assign them to different stages. So if you wanted to pressure cook and then grill or something like that, then you'd be able to set those on stage 1 and 2 and so on and so forth, that type of stuff. You've got a delayed cook button down here, and also the warming control, and then our cancel button. Well, the menu's going through well over 100 different things, so I'm imagining that there's someplace in the user manual that's going to tell me exactly what each of these numbers corresponds to. All the controls on this are what you'd expect. For instance, if I hit the air fry button, then it's going to show me temperature, and I can move this around. I'm going to make the assumption that I won't be able to start it up because I have the pressure cooker lid on here, but we're going to try it and see what happens. Yep, see? Lid. Should be the same thing with sear and saute, I'd imagine. Or not. So that doesn't care what lid we're using. How about air frying? Will that work with pressure cooker lid? No. Okay, good. Back on track. Okay, for this next part, we're just going to take this pressure cooker lid off, and we're going to use this air fry lid because it is the biggest lid that we have. Well, just for the elephant in the room, this is very Darth Vader-y looking. And you know what? That's not a bad thing because I'm a Star Wars fan. Okay, so this surface is all plastic. We've got the shiny grayish plastic here on the sides, which is typically a fingerprint magnet, but since it's not black, I'm not really seeing fingerprints on it as much, so that's not so bad. All the rest of the stuff is also plastic, but it's a matte black plastic, so it's a little easier to take care of. You do got some shiny stuff up here on the top, but just a little bit. This machine is pretty big, but it's not as big as I thought it was going to be because people online were talking about it like it was like this huge, gigantic thing, and it really isn't. Air fry lid's a little bit tall, but I mean, for what it is, I don't think that's a big deal. The size of this from the bottom to the top is about 13.5 inches, and if we want to know what the overall width is, it's about 11.75, and depth on the machine will make this a little bit deeper than it is wide, just because there's a little part that protrudes out the back. And if we're including the button on the front, we need 14 inches of counter space. Hey, by the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. One quick thing I'd like to mention about this that I kind of just figured out on accident is about these lids. If you've got your pressure cooker lid, you put that on, snap it in. The only way to get this off is to twist it off like that, okay? Slow cooker lid just goes on and off just like you would expect it to. However, the air fry lid is just sitting on top like this, and when you have it on here, the fact that there's a little handle right here is gonna make you want to take this and lift it up this way in order to open this, as if there was a hinge on the back. That's probably because most air fryers have a hinge on the back. Well, remember, this is just a lid sitting on top of this machine. So if I pick this up, I'm gonna flip that lid off onto the ground and break it. What? So when you're taking this off, you gotta pick it up with the handle right here, and you're gonna balance it on your fingers with the other handle in the front, just like that. Air fryers are typically pretty loud, especially if you have a Ninja air fryer, just like every other thing that Ninja makes. Those things can sound like a jet engine and it can be pretty annoying for people. So what we're gonna do is run the air fryer and just find out exactly how loud this thing is. And we're gonna get some sound readings on it as well. Wow, you know what? This thing really isn't loud at all. See? Let's get another measurement up top by the vent. Yeah, that's still not loud at all. To me, Nuwave's Duet pressure cooker is a pretty interesting machine. Not a big fan of having a million lids, but the fact that it can air fry is a big positive. Also, I really like that inner pot is stainless steel, and that just seems to be something that's hard to find these days. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be putting this machine to the test to find out what it can and can't do, as well as how well it does the stuff it can. Yeah, once I get done testing, I'll be back with the full product review. In case you haven't noticed, I now have the Joe's Phenomenal merch store online. You can see a few of the products I have available down below the video window, and if you go into Spreadshop from down there, you can see all the rest. I also have a link to the store down in the video description. All proceeds from the store go right back into the YouTube channel to try to make it just a little bit better experience for you. If you like this video and you like cool pressure cookers, you might like this video right here where I unbox the Chef IQ Smart Pressure Cooker. That one doesn't have air fry on it, but it can do a whole lot of cool things. It just might be worth checking out. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you back again here really soon, and until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.